Hey fam, it's Linda Word. So I am at it again. I've been looking at my stove and I'm like, Linda, you gotta clean this. And my husband does most of the cooking. So when he cooks, the kitchen pretty much is a wreck. But I have totally been neglecting cleaning the kitchen. So I looked at the stove and I was like, enough's enough. And originally I was just going to wipe the stove down. But then as I started looking at the components of the stove, I was like, I really need to take this apart and give it a deep clean. So I have this black mat that I got from Amazon that I put over my stove, which, it catches the spills. And I thought, hey, this could help me stop having to clean it as much. So that mat works very well. But as you see, when I take it off, the grease just gets underneath it. So I had to do, again, a big scrub of all the nastiness on the stove, the hard cooked food. So in order to get that up, I had to use a razor blade. So I did that. And then as that piece where I showed that I was unscrewing the burners, some of the nails literally broke. So I'm gonna see if I can order some more for my stove. It's a Frigidaire, so I went ahead and put the pieces back on without the screws, and then for the ones that I had still had the screws, I screwed those in. But the two burners at the end, you'll see that I haven't put them on yet because they are very, very dirty. Uh, so I'm gonna soak them in ammonia to hopefully get all of that grime off of them. These burners I have never cleaned, so it's definitely time. Another thing I used was the Awesome Spray. I used that to clean the stove. I was kind of leery because I didn't want to get anything down those holes, so I would just spray it on the rag and then wipe the stove with that. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Here's the video, y'all. And yes, it is 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, because I ain't got nothing to do, but I wanted to get this done. I didn't mean to take it this far, but once I started, I just kept going. So enjoy. So I wanted to pop back in. These are the last two burners that was soaking in the ammonia. Um, it cleaned off some of it. I took that steel brush, which I like nicked my fingers on a couple of times. That's why I have the towel on my hand. Probably should have had gloves on. At any rate, I'm over it. It really did not come clean like I thought and wanted it to. So I think my next step is to try get some easy off and see if the easy off get that the last part of that crud off. Another thing is that when originally I was taking the screws out, several of the screws actually broke. I only have 4 good screws. So I have to figure out a way now of also removing the broken screws out so that I can put new screws in. Yeah, go figure. So I'll do another video when I get the easy off and see if that helps to get the rest of that gunk off. Um, Again, I didn't plan on doing all of this cleaning. It just kind of evolved, but then I lost interest real quick, especially when I didn't see the results that I wanted to see. So, yeah, it is what it is. But there you go. And I'll show you the end results on how the stove is looking once I'm all done. Now, although some of these burners do not have the screws on them, they still fit pretty snug on the stove top. So I don't plan on leaving it like that much longer. Like I say, I just, once I get that strength to remove those old screws, then I'll do that. But yeah. All right, guys.